Peter and Jane, 6B, we like to help. Continuous. Part 2. This is the garden of Mr. and Mrs. Green who live next door to Peter and Jane. It's a big garden. Mr. and Mrs. Green's two girls play in the garden. The dog Pat is here. It is very hot this afternoon. Molly is hot and her sister Mary is hot. The dog is hot so he sits by a tree out of the sun. The cat is up the tree. Mary put some water on her sister. Molly likes it and asks her to do it again. The two girls have fun with the water. Peter and Bob are not here. Bob keeps rabbits and the boys are with the rabbits now. Bob looks after the rabbits every day. Peter likes to help him. The two boys are in the garden now. They saw Mary and Molly play with the water. Peter said to Bob, "Let's play like that. It's very hot. Let's play with the water." Bob said, "Yeah, we will. I know what to do." He gets up the tree. Peter is by the tree. He looks up. "Don't look up, Peter," says Bob. "I want to put some water on you." Peter looked down and Bob put water on him. "This is fun," says Peter. "I'll do it to you now." Bob gets down and Peter gets up the tree. Peter puts water on Bob. They like to play with water in the hot sun. The dog Pat looks on. Then Peter puts some water on him. This is the farm where Pam lives with her mother and father. Her father keeps cows, pigs, and horses. It's a big farm. He lets Pam look after some of the horses. She likes to do this. There is no school today, and Jane has come to the farm to see her friend Pam. Here they are with two horses. The girls love horses. Pam helps Jane up onto one of the horses and then he gets up onto the other. "Come on," he says. "Let's go." The horses walk by the trees. "Do you like it, Jane?" asked Pam. "Yes," says Jane. "And the horses like it as much as we do. It's a hot day, but it is not hot by the tree." Here are the girls again, on their horses. They have come away from the trees now. They stopped the two horses to look down the hill. "I love all this," says Pam. "I love the tree and the flowers. Look at the birds up there." "Yeah," says Jane. Then she says, "I can see men at work on the farm. Do you want to take some eggs when you go home?" asked Pam. "Yes, please," said Jane. "I'll give some of them to my grandmother. I'll be going to see her when I get home." She tells Pam that she likes to help her grandmother and grandfather because she loves them and because they are old. The girls and the horses go on. "I want a horse like this," says Jane. Peter and Jane go to the home of their grandmother and grandfather. Grandfather is at home in his chair by the fire. He likes to sit in his chair and read for some time every day. Grandmother is in her garden with her flowers. Grandmother and grandfather do not go out much because they are old. They like it when Peter and Jane come to see them. Peter and Jane walk down the street to the shop. Jane has a bag and Peter has a bowl. The children get some sweets and some toys. Then they have to get some things for their grandmother. They talk about the thing which they have to get. Do we want eggs? Asked Peter. No, said Jane. I gave grandmother some eggs from the farm. Peter and Jane have been to the shop. They get on a bus to go to their grandmother's and grandfather's house. They look out of the bus as they go up the street. The children see a train in the station as they go by. Then they go by the police station and see a police car there. They have a tea with their grandfather and grandmother and help with the work in the house. After this, grandfather makes some things for Jane's dollhouse. He makes a little bed for Jane's doll Anne. Anne will like this, says Jane. Thank you very much. Dad comes in the car to take the children home. Look what grandfather gave me, says Jane. Grandmother gave me some apples from the garden, says Peter. Jane talked about her school and her teacher. I like our teacher, she says. She is good to all the children. She helped us to read. She gave me this to read at home. Jane reads to Peter. Yes, says Peter. We all like school and we all like our teacher. I like to draw for her. I want to draw now. I want to read to Anne, says Jane. She put her doll Anne on a chair and reads to her. Peter draws. He draws Jane on a horse and 3 or 4 birds in a tree. Then he draws an old man with a dog. I'll take this to school, he said. I want to let my teacher see this. Here is Jane with her best friend Mary. The boys are not here. The 2 girls are in Mrs. Green's garden. Mrs. Green is Mary's mother. Jane likes to play with Mary and Mary likes to play with Jane. Today they want to play with their dolls. They get some water for their game. Mary puts her doll into the water and then Jane puts hers in. The 2 girls have fun as they play with the dolls and the water. The cat is with them, but she does not like the water. She wants the birds, but she finds that they fly away from her. Mr. and Mrs. Green come to see the girls. Then Mr. and Mrs. Green go out in the car. They are going to the shop. Peter and Jane go round the garden next door. Their friends next door are away, and they want Peter and Jane to look after their garden for them. Jane looks for the cat. She is going to give her some milk. When the cat sees the milk, she jumps down from a tree. Peter says, "The sun is down now, so I'll water the flowers." He puts some water on the garden. "Don't get wet," says Jane, "and please don't let the water get on the cat. She doesn't like it. She will not have her milk if you do." "I'll water our own garden after this," says Peter. "Then we must see to the rabbits." "I like to help our friend like this," says Jane. The children are home from school and Dad is home from work. They have had tea with Mom. Dad tells Mom about his day at work. Then he talks to the children. Peter tells Dad about their work in the garden next door. We have to look after the garden because our friends are away, he says. We like to do this, says Jane. The cat doesn't like it when I water the flowers, says Peter. If the water gets on her, she runs up the tree. The children know they will soon go to bed. I want to read to you before I go to bed. Jane says to Mom, I like to read to you, and I like to read to my teacher. The end.